Lee.
Here.
Mr. Zorn is here. Mr. Riley.
Here.
And Mr. Williams.
Here. Next item, please.
1.05, approval of agenda.
Motion.
Support. We do have an agenda, a revision to the certified personnel. It's at your desk. So will you amend yours, Mrs. Delaney?
I will amend it. Can we just get an update on what's amended?
We had a resignation today from one of our nurses, and I just wanted to get that put on so I could get the posting up. And it's the certified personnel report dated 12/19.
Mr. Myers, will you amend your support?
Yes.
I have a motion by Mrs. Delaney, a motion by Mrs. Delaney that we accept the agenda as amended, and a support by Mr. Myers. Is there any discussion on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That passes 6-0. Next item, please.
1.06, approval of minutes. Motion.
Support.
I have a motion by Mr. Zorn, a support by Mr. Honeycutt that we approve the minutes. Any discussion on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That passes 6-0. Next item, please.
1.07, payment of current bills.
Motion.
Support.
I have a motion by Mrs. Delaney and support by Mr. Myers that we pay the bills. Is there any discussion on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That passes 6-0. Next item, please.
1.08, payment of current bills on hold.
There are none. Next item.
1.09, approval of requisitions.
Motion.
Support.
I have a motion by Mrs. Delaney and support by Mr. Zorn that we approve the requisitions as printed. Is there any discussion on the requisitions?
I do have to add a requisition to that. He needed to do one today. It's requisition number 235-46476 to Bearcom. It's for $2,000. It's an open purchase order so that we may purchase walkie-talkies at Kennedy in order to bridge the gap between the PA system, repair the PA system, and that way they have the walkie-talkies in the classroom. We needed to get it on the board so that they're ordered in here by the time we return from break.
How many
many is that?
walkie-talkies?
I believe it's 9. They're $200 a piece. They're $199 a piece.
And the total for that is what?
Right now, it's not to exceed $2,000, so we have to get 10. Or with tax, not tax, but shipping or anything of that sort.
So do we need to go back and amend the agenda to allow this amendment as we did the personnel?
We probably should.
Oh, we've noted it. It would be, so it's the current requisitions plus the addition of requisition 235-46476, correct?
Correct.
Not to exceed 2,000.
Correct.
So, Mrs. Delaney, will you again amend your motion on the agenda?
I'll support.
Well, Mr. Myers already supported. Will you amend your? No, we're talking about the
yes,
agenda.
support, yeah, I'll amend it.
All right.
Okay, so I have an amended, motion to accept the agenda with the addition of this requisition by Mrs. Delaney and the support by Mr. Myers. All in favor of approving the agenda as amended?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? That passes 6-0. So now we're on to the requisitions, and then I need Mrs. Delaney, if you would amend your support on the requisitions, and Mr. Zorn to amend your support on the requisitions.
I do.
I do as well.
Okay, so I have a motion by Mrs. Delaney to amend the requisitions to include these walkie-talkies to exceed $2,000 for Kennedy High School, and Mr. Zorn amend his support for that as well. Any discussion on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That passes 6-0. Next item, please.
1.10, approval of requisitions on hold.
There are none. Next item.
1.11, communications.
Does anyone have a communications for the board tonight? There are none. Next item, please.
1.12, ambassador updates.
Does anyone have an ambassador update tonight?
Tomorrow, Kenyon will be having their winter concert, Christmas concert. I'll be attending. 2 o'clock tomorrow.
Just probably everybody knows, but Kenny and Truman played the other night, and JV is, which we call a freshman team, or JV, beat Kennedy, beat Truman, and then varsity Truman beat Kennedy by 1 point, so.
Sounds like a good game.
It was.
It was, very good.
I'll add to that, so for Truman, we have, the concert will be this Wednesday, the 21st at, no, it's either 6 or 7 p.m., I can get the specifics. 6 is it? Thank you. We have, Home Depot is going to be coming into complete renovations on Bohai Room, which is a really good partnership that we've got. Masco, City of Taylor, and Home Depot working together. The Cougar Pantry is open and able to service several families, which is really good. JetBlue has partnered with Truman to donate food and volunteer time for that. And also, there's been several donations received from staff members as well as the TFT. And DECA is, in traditional fashion, because DECA is really successful, is on the way to districts, which is January 13th. And we'll be at the board meeting on the 23rd. And then, of course, as was already mentioned, apparently some of the Kennedy members got to wear some nice Truman shirts as a result of the game, so we won't go any more into that. So.
Yeah.
That's it.
Anyone else?
Motion?
Support. I have a motion by Mrs. Delaney, support by Mr. Honeycutt, that we accept the ambassador mandate for tonight. Any discussion on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That passes 6-0. Next item.
1.13 student staff recognition.
Mr. Williams?
All right, thank you. I have one tonight, and it is a fitting one given the weather, for sure. You mind helping me with camera work here?
No problem.
You're awesome. Would you please come forward? For those of you who know this is probably not what is used to, and I'm getting ready to talk about it. So come on up here, sir. First of all, congratulations. Here you go. And I'm just going to take a moment to share why Ob's here today. So I get this from Tommy, who got a great email from a former employee, Heather Hansen, who said, as a mother of 3 current students and 1 graduate of the Taylor School District, I know how quick people are to complain when there are problems. For that reason, I felt that even more important to recognize our staff for the things they do above and beyond normal expectations. When I left the concert last night after a couple hours of steady snow with 3 kids in tow, the thought of being out in it even a second longer than I already had been was frustrating. As I approached my van, I noticed a gentleman clearing my windshield. It was dark and the girls and I couldn't make out the figure, but I noticed his stature and his uniform. I thanked him and he simply said, "Go ahead and get in, start it up, I've got this." After my van was cleared, he moved on to the next vehicle. I certainly hope I'm not the only one to contact you about Mr. Paredes' incredible act of kindness that night. Please let him know how grateful we are. What an awesome deed. Congratulations. Really. Thank you.
Great.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Can we get you to come around in front and shake hands with all the board members?
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
I've always said it's those signs of character. It's those things you do when no one's looking, or there's no expectation of acknowledgement. So, what a great example of character. Thank you again.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for doing that, and
Thank you, Tommy.
for submitting that to us as well. That's great.
Motion?
Support.
Motion by Mrs. Delaney, support by Mr. Honeycutt, that we accept the staff recognition for this evening. Any discussion on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Of course, there are none. That passes 6-0.